So, welcome back to another No Limits video. This time we're back working on the big green Jeep again. So, probably filming this at the wrong end, so I know what's going to happen. But anyway, yeah, on this one we'll start putting some other bits back on this thing and play with a little bit of fuel system stuff and see if we can actually get it to fire up. So stay tuned, and if you want to find out. Also do me a favour and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I usually do that at the end of the video, but I don't know how many people are watching all the way to the end. So yeah, if you enjoy watching it, just do us a favour and hit the subscribe. It helps me out. It'll help our channel grow. So anyway, yeah, so enjoy the video. Alright, big shout out to Oliver's Drivelines in Toowoomba for making the drive shaft for the back of, well, shortening the drive shaft I had to fit into the back of my J200. Now with that 79 series transmission and transfer case is a fair bit longer, so they shortened this up by, it was about 100 mils for me. So yeah, big thanks to them for getting that done. And I'll get that bolted in. Alright, so that's got the drive shaft in. That's a big shout out to Oliver's Drivelines and Engineering in Toowoomba. They cut it down to size for me. The other thing, I've been ticking some things off the list after work, so I still have to make some clamps up to retain the fuel lines, but I have the hard fuel lines actually run all the way back to the tank. So they come down the chassis here, a couple of bits of soft line, and then they go into hard line that's mounted to the cab, and that runs up to the fuel filter assembly. So they runs up to the fuel filter assembly. It's up here. I've also cut the hole and put the ECU in. Cut the hole for the loom to go into the cab, which I made a bit big. I'm going to have to weld a piece back in that and redo it. But that's neither here nor there. And it started to work the loom out, so we're getting close. 25. Fold line there. Fold line there. Fold line there. There. Fold it there. Fold it there. Fold it there. Cut it there. To fold it there. Alright, another battery tray banner. Clean up the edges on this inner guard and I'll throw it back on the car and I'll tack it, that way the guard's held in shape. That'll hold it for now. Right, I have the battery sitting in its battery tray. Most of the wires actually connected. Most of the fuel system's actually all done. So injector drivers and everything's kind of mounted. Yeah, all the harnesses laid in the vehicle. It's a giant mess in here. I have no instrument cluster. It's over there. But I do have the ignition switch hooked up. I have the accelerator hooked up. So I got my little scan tool plugged into it. So I'm going to check for codes and see that I haven't missed anything major. And if that all looks good, we might actually have a crack at starting this thing. Alright, I've got my scan tool, phone's connected to it, diagnostic trouble codes, read. Read. Turbo boost pressure, pending. Got some EGR codes, which I expected those, coolant temp sensor. A lot of it's EGR stuff, which is to be expected because might be lacking a little bit of that. Let's go with live data. RPMs. Fuel rail pressure, because I want to see that. Okay. Oh, maybe I'd have to. I don't need to see throttle position. Oh no. Well, make sure you can see that. Let's crank it and see if we've got fuel pressure and crank signal. We didn't have fuel pressure. Let's lose that one. Let's just go fuel pressure. Hang on, let me prime that system up a little bit more again. Let's try this again with fuel pressure. Still not seeing fuel pressure. Alright, so after a little bit of diagnosis and decided that which I believe is the suction control valve, started to question it. So I had a spare one, so I've swapped it in. I've then since got fuel coming out of this line, which I didn't have before. So fingers crossed, we may see some fuel pressure. Scanner. Righto. Where's fuel pressure? Okay, that one there. So let's crank it and see what we're going to get. Nothing. Hang on, I might need to jump this off the ground. It runs. It fucking runs. Right. Pretty stoked about that. So that is a running 1VD powered J200. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking over the moon about that, to be honest. That's just amazing. Now I just got to clean the wiring up, figure out a cooling system, and I can drive it. Oh yes, that's going to be amazing. Well, there you go. So we got the big girl running. Like I said, still got a ton of wiring to do to really get that sorted out and tidied up and get all the gauges working that we can. But that in itself is a pretty big milestone. We finally heard this big 1VD run, which is great because the engine itself, get out of the wind. Yeah, it's great to hear this motor finally run because this engine's completely unknown. I knew nothing about it when I bought it. It just was a good deal on a couple of motors and a heap of wiring, so I grabbed it, and yeah, it's nice to see it actually paid off and the motor sounds alright. I said we still got some things to clean it. We've got to clean all the wiring up. Yeah, fix up all that genuine, the way they've got it laid out there, which is great packaging wise in a 79. It's not great for a Jeep, so I'll change all that. Got to get the radiator sorted out because, as you can see, the top hose is in the wrong location. but I'm going to see a radiator guy and see if we can swap the top outlet with the cap. So I'm pretty sure they can just swap them side to side. If not, I have another one that's actually already swapped over, so that I was saving for the dual cab, but I'll try and get this radiator modified first. Yeah, once that's done, bolt a few other things on it. Got to get a couple of pulleys and I can put the belt on, put the fan on. I've got a fan shroud there to modify. We have got power steering, so the power steering is actually working. I've still got to pull this battery tray out and work out what I'm doing air filter wise here. So, and then the big part is intercooler. What I'm doing to make the intercooler work, which I've got a plan. So you're gonna have to bear with me on that one, and like I said, subscribe and see what I come up with. Oh. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.